The hashtag for tonight is KTN Prime. Marisha Owiti is with us on sign language. Let's get the show on the road tonight. So it's a bold move by President William Ruto, whose back is on the wall. President Ruto has directed the ministries of transport and that of energy to cancel the proposed 260 billion shilling JKIA expansion project and the 95 billion shilling deal with the Kenya Electricity Transmission Company, that's Ketraco, with Adani billionaire Gautam Adani, following criminal charges he is facing in the United States. In his State of the Nation address, the head of state said the partnership that would see Adani take over infrastructure in the energy and aviation sectors for 30 years has been terminated. Indian conglomerate Adani Group founder Gautam Adani has been indicted in the United States of alleged multi-billion shilling or dollar bribery and fraud scheme. Daniel Kariuki kicks off our broadcast tonight with this development.
The government has terminated its agreements with the Adani group of companies following allegations of fraud. During his State of the Nation address, President William Ruto instructed the Ministries of Transport and Energy to immediately cancel all contracts with the embattled conglomerate.
Immediately cancel the ongoing procurement process for JKI expansion public-private partnership transaction, as well as the recently concluded Ketraco transmission in public.
In cancelling the procurement deal, President Ruto stated that the decision was informed by intelligence shared by a partner nation. This announcement came just hours after US authorities charged Gautam Adani, along with his nephew Sagar Adani and Niet Jain of Adani Green Energy, of fraud. It is alleged they agreed to pay more than 32 billion shillings in bribes to Indian government officials to obtain solar energy supply contracts expected to yield $2 billion in profits between 2020 and 2024. Immediately
commence the process of onboarding alternative partners, because these are important projects.
The revelations by the US government have cast a shadow over President Ruto and other government officials who had earlier defended the integrity of the Adani group.
And it is important for us as a nation to appreciate that a partnership between public and the private sector gives us a win-win outcome.
Adani company conglomerate is worth over $200 billion. It cannot be an Adani gate. Deal with the issues as they are. If some people have made mistakes, let them own up that they made some mistakes.
The Adani conglomerate is no stranger to controversy. In September, the Swiss government froze 40 billion shillings in bank accounts linked to the company over fraud allegations. Despite the mounting allegations, Cabinet Secretary for Energy Opiyo Wandayi remained defiant hours after the US revelations, insisting that due diligence had been conducted before signing the deals.
There has been no case of corruption or bribery insofar as this PIP of Adani Energy Solutions is concerned.
However, critics, including Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, argue that the US indictment of Adani reflects poorly on Kenya's government and its processes, raising questions about transparency and integrity.
Following those two phases of due diligence, as provided for under Section 41 of the PPP Act, I refuse to believe that in the entire globe, the entire world, only Adani can do airports, only Adani can do power transmission lines. Honorable CS, only them can come up with systems to manage our healthcare.
For Adani, it does not make sense for the state to go ahead and engage Adani and tell us that Adani is good, only for the president to come and drop a bombshell on the floor of the house. I think that is very good PR.
We are only responding or reacting to what is happening abroad, because we know very well, if as a country we continue now dealing with Adani, then the Bretton Woods institutions like IMF and World Bank would be cutting off any support and any partnership that we are having with them today.
With the cancellation of the Adani deals by President William Ruto's government, focus will now be shifting on the next course of action and possible consequences that the government may get for cancelling these deals. Daniel Kariuki, KTN News, at the Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.